بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد وعن أبي سعيد رضي الله تعالى عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الله تعالى يقول لأهل الجنة يا أهل الجنة فيقولون لبيك ربنا وسعديك والخير كله في يديك فيقول هل رضيتم فيقولون وما لنا لا نرضى يا رب وقد أعطيتنا ما لم تؤت أحدا من خلقك فيقول ألا أعطيكم أفضل من ذلك فيقولون يا رب وأي شيء أفضل من ذلك فيقول أحل عليكم رضواني فلا أسخط عليكم بعده أبدا متفق عليه. Hadith Sharif is being narrated by Bukhari Sharif and Muslim Sharif. Narrator is Abu Sa'id radiyallahu ta'ala who said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to the people of Jannat that, O people of Jannat. So they all will respond and they will all reply by saying, Labbaik Rabbana wa Sa'daik. O our Rabb, we are present. We are all saying Labbaik to your call. Wal khayra kulluhu fi yadayk. And khair, all khair is in your control. That is how they will respond. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask that, are you happy now? O people of Jannat, are you happy? Are you pleased? So they all will reply that, O our Rabb, why should we not become happy? And you have given us such things that you had not given it to anybody in your creation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say that, should I not give you something more virtuous than that, more afzal than that? So they will reply that, O our Rabb, what can be more virtuous than all those favors which we have? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say that, I am declaring, I am announcing, I am passing on to you my pleasure in such a manner that after now I will never ever will become displeased with you. I'll be always pleased with you. My raza will be always with you, and my sakhat, my unhappiness, my displeasure will never be with you. Hadith Sharif is being narrated by Bukhari Sharif and Muslim Sharif. Ridwan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In an authentic manner, collectively, if any group has in advance, before going into Jannat, if any group has, that is the group of Sahaba Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made announcement repeatedly into the Quran that Sahaba Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in, all of them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, radiyallahu anhum wa radwan. Allah mentioned both groups, وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ وَالَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُمْ بِإِحْسَانٍ radiyallahu anhum. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned all Sahaba and repeatedly say into the Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rizwan and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's raza and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's pleasure is for one group authentically mentioned into the Quran. And imagine, here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing people of Jannat and saying that, O people of Jannat, and they all will reply. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our response and our replies, even into the world when your Shariat demands something from us, then may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make a symbol like the response of Sahaba. They always said, Sami'na wa ata'na. Sahaba always said, Sami'na wa ata'na. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us also like that. That our obedience becomes reflection of the obedience of Sahaba. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will call people of Jannat, that, oh people of Jannat. They all will say, and what a beautiful response. Labbaik wa sa'daik wal khair kulluhu fi yadaik. That, oh Allah, we are here. When we go for Hajj or Umrah, we say Labbaik, Allahumma Labbaik. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we understand its depth. Labbaik, it is one sentence, but the meaning, it is full of ocean. And person has that consciousness, that closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jannat will be the meeting place between ibad and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there they will reply by saying Labbaik wa sa'daik wal khair kulluhu fi yadaik. That we are, it is our honor to respond to your call. Wallah, we were waiting for this moment to respond to you, to reply to you. It is an honor that you are calling on to us. And when you are calling on to us, we believe that every khair is in your control. So as it is, we had Iman khair, we had Quran and Sunnah khair, we had Nabi Sassam khair, now Jannat is khair, and again you are calling us, certainly you will increase us into the khair. And that is what is happening. That is what is happening. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask that, whatever I had granted to you, are you happy? Are you pleased? So they all will say that there should be no hesitation. Oh Allah, why not? Because Jannat is beyond imagination. Mala aynun ra'at, wala udhunun sami'at, wala khatara ala qalbi bashar. When you will arrive into the Jannat, here whatever you can imagine about Jannat is beyond that. Because Nabi Sassam said that no eyes had ever seen, no ears had ever heard, and no heart has ever comprehended. It is beyond our comprehension. And when we'll literally and reality-wise and physically we will be entertaining from those favors, then we all will say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, why can't we not happy? Because we have now favors and in'am no one can imagine. Whole world, whatever they had, that is nothing compared to what we have now. And why will not be happy? We will not be happy. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say that no, I want to grant you something even more virtuous than that. So they will ask themselves that what can be more virtuous than that? It reminds us, some of, I recall, one of our teacher, he was into the trials, very tasting trials. Sometimes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests His beloveds too much. That's why Nabi Sassam said, Sallallahu al-afiyah. Do not look for trouble with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't ask for trials. Just ask for ease. Afiyat. Was'alullaha min fawli. Quran said that don't ask was'alullaha min adli. Don't ask that, oh Allah, we want justice. Who can stand in front of the justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That's why Allah taught us, was'alullaha min fawli. Ask from His fadl. And Nabi Sassam said, Salullah al-afiyah. Ask from His afiyat. But some of His beloveds, these ahadith sharifa we are going through. Imam Bukhari rahmatullah alayh. What an effort he made to compile these ahadith sharifa. And how he was tasted. And his end will be into the tests and trials. And only those beloveds of Allah, they can withstand with Iman and perseverance and high expectations and high ihtisab. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us, whoever is present here. Oh Allah, give us the iman like Sahaba and qualities like Sahaba without any test and trial. Give it to us till our death and our progeny till their death without no test and trials. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Some people, I recall, we used to wonder that person who lived like very full of name and honor and dignity person throughout the world. And now when he's coming to the end of life, such tests, sitting into the house of Allah, we cannot withstand for 1 second. 1 second. And sometimes we used to give a lot of du'as, and same person, when he passed away, then only one was the matter of discussion, that okay, narrated to me all those ahadith sharifa in which Nabi Sassam's departure is being mentioned. How Nabi Sassam passed away. His maradul wafat, his final illness. From the moment of the final illness until the departure of Nabi Sassam, there are so many ahadith sharifa. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all the tests. But may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we know every section from the life of Nabi Sassam. To obey him sincerely, with ikhlas. Wallah, give us knowledge of every sunnah of Nabi Sassam. Wallah, give us knowledge from the every movement from the seerat of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, from the life of Nabi Sassam. Only one individual whose life is being preserved in such a manner. They say that even there are people of book, we can say to them that if Quran was silent about Isa alayhi salatu wassalam and about Musa alayhi salatu wassalam and about previous Anbiya, if Quran was silent, then all these faiths, they will not even have known very much about their prophets. That is the effect of, that is what Quran, Quran is the most perfected and completed version from the what you call commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So only one individual, only one, and I say this one individual, there are so many youngsters, it's so sad, because only one individual in human history, that every second from his life is being preserved in an authentic manner. And what is said, that we as Muslims, we know our Nabi Sassam very minimal, very less. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that everything from the life of Nabi Sassam, oh Allah, before we die, let us have ilm about the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Nabi Sassam is a creation. That's why he sent perfect model, and about him you can know everything. So his life is being preserved in an authentic manner. Oh Allah, do not give us death until we know everything about our Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I was saying that this person, he passed away, and he said, okay, narrated to me Hazrat Aisha's hadith sharif, narrated to me Abdullah ibn Abbas's hadith sharif, or Hazrat Fatima's hadith sharif, from the final illness until Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam met Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, kept on saying, Allahumma rafiq al-a'la, Allahumma rafiq al-a'la. So when you are dying and you are being reminded about these movements from the life of Nabi Sassam, wallahi, your death will be very tasty. Physically you will suffer. It will come, it will come to your life, my life, that blood pressure will drop, heart rates will go high, pulse, every time doctors and consultants, they will check your pulse and they will declare concern. And then, their observation will increase. First, they observe you every day, once in a day. Then they increase it twice in a day. Then every few hours. And then every hour, then every half an hour. And then time comes, then they call the family and they say that from our field now nothing we can do. Whatever you want to do, you do it. That stage will come into my life and your life. But we wish that if that stage comes, whether people know or not, but you are thinking about Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's passing away, about his departure. So that death will be very delicious. It will be very sweet. It will become a bridge that you want to run and jump and cross that bridge between yourself and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us like that. So this person, he was sharing all those ahadith sharifa. And when we saw him in that sort of test and trials, and we made big du'as, so he used to say only one thing, that make dua, that my Allah is not naraz from me. My Allah is razi for me. My Allah is happy with me. That is only dua. And that was the end of his trial, and he left this world. So Rada, maqam-e-Rada is the highest maqam. Rank of Rada, it is the highest rank. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us his Ridwan and his Raza and his happiness and his pleasure in every action of our life. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us ikhlas. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask that, should I not give you more virtuous than that what you have? So they said, what can be bigger virtuous than that? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, my happiness, my pleasure. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say that I officially declare that my raza will be now eternally with you. I will never ever become displeased with you. I will never become unhappy with you. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take us into the Jannat, dukhulul awwaleen, without any reckoning and hisab. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwaleen, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-mateen, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawli, ya dhal jalali wal ikram. La ilaha illa ant, zahra al-laji'in, wa ja'ra al-mustajirin, wa ma'man al-khaifin, ya ma'man al-khaifin. إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندام ولا مفتونين. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. أصبحنا وأصبح الملك لله رب العالمين. اللهم بك أصبحنا، اللهم بك أمسينا، اللهم إنا نسألك خير هذا اليوم فتحه ونسره ونوره وبركته وهداه ونعوذ بك من شر ما فيه وشر ما بعده. رضينا بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبسيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نبيا ورسولا. ربنا توفنا مسلما والحقنا بالصالحين. اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان. اللهم لا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا غاية رغبتنا. اللهم إنك عفو رحيم كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنا يا كريم. يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. اللهم إن قلوبنا ونواصينا وجوارحنا بيدك لم تملكنا منها شيئا فإذا فعلت ذلك بنا فكن أنت ولينا واهدنا إلى سواء السبيل. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.